How are you, my friends? This video is presenting 7 old exams questions related to distance and midpoint formulas. These questions can be found in Algebra Course Lecture 18. Now let's start directly. Old exam question number 1. Find the point on, I hope you have tried these questions actually, or you can try it now if you have some time. Any question, you can pause the video and try it, and then you can check the detailed solution on the next slide. Find the point on the y-axis that is equidistant from the points 5, -5, and 1, 1. Well, the question looks ugly. Find the point. So you have to translate, read it easily, and then figure out. Maybe a good idea here is that you can sketch. If you have any question that's not easy to understand from the first time, you can make a little sketch to understand. Okay, so the point on the y-axis, what do I understand that? The point on the y-axis. So it's like 0, 7, 0, 6, 0, -4, 0, -2, something on the y, so there is no x there, is x is 0. Equidistant means the same distance. Equidistant means the same distance from the points. So this point that we need to find is the distance from that point to 5, -5, same as the distance from that point to 1, 1. Now look at the nice sketch here. Just imagine that this point, let the point on the y-axis is equal 0k, because we don't know, it's 0, 7, 0, 50, 0, -1, maybe 0, 0, well, it depends. It's 0 something, so I put k. And I call this point D, just to make it easy. I have the point 1, 1, I have the point 5, -5. You can draw anywhere you like. See, the idea is the distance from this dB, you see the distance from dB is this equal, same distance, equal distance from dA. Just use this one here. See the yellow formula? Distance is square root of x2 minus x1 squared, y2 minus y1 squared. Just put the numbers now between D and B. So 1 minus 0 squared, 1 minus k squared, leave it. Take the distance from D to B. So 5 minus 0 squared minus 5 minus k squared. Now it looks difficult equation, but it will be simplified now. Square both sides and simplify inside, by the way. 1 minus 0 squared is 1. This one you have to use the formula. You see this green formula here? A minus b squared, a squared minus 2, ab plus b squared, use it here. So this is 1 minus 2k plus k squared equals, this one is 25 by itself. Now, another way you can use this formula here, another time. See, -5 is a. Minus k, minus, the b is the k, and a is -5. So you square it, then when you multiply -2 times the a minus 5, the k will be plus 10k plus k squared, because you have here 2 minuses. Check it. Now simplify, cancel k squared. 1 and 1 is 2. 25, 25, 50, bring it on the other side. So k will be -4. So you go back to the k, the point. See, this is the point, 0, -4. Very nice question. So the point on the y-axis is 0, -4. Let's go. Question number 2. Are the points M, N, and Q the vertices of a right triangle? Now, let me tell you something. It is not enough to sketch these points M, N, and Q and to look by looking. Even if you see the triangle on the coordinate system, it's not enough. So you can draw it, see, like this here. You can draw the points M and Q, but you cannot figure out, you cannot make sure this one is right triangle. You see the points like this. So we use here distance formula. There is another easy formula. It will be in another video. You'll see it later. using slopes. So you can find the video on slopes after this lecture, after a few lectures actually. So here we use the distance formula. Let's find the distance, mn. See, let's call this point is already m, this is n, this is q. Now we don't know where is the right 90 degrees, we don't know yet. But I draw this after I solve the question. So let's find m and the distance, just distance, m and n. 12 minus 2 plus 2, 3 minus 5, you get square root of 200. Let's find the distance, nq. Same way, you get square root of 200. Let's find the distance, mq. It's a square root of 400. We notice, just notice, using Pythagorean theorem, mn squared, if you square the mn here, you see this one, square it, you square the nq all squared is equal mq squared, which is square root of 200, you square it, it's 200, plus square root of 200 square it, 200. When you square the 400, they're equal. So yes, the 3 points are the vertices of a right triangle. And how do we know the angle at n here? You see why it is at n? Because mq is there. Mq is the longest side. Mq is square root of 400. Mq there. So there is an n here. So if this is the longest side, the 90 degrees at n. So the answer is yes. They are the vertices of a right triangle. Question number 3. Nice question here, number 3, about the midpoint. We did 1 or 2 similar in lecture 18. You can go and check, please, if you want to see more examples. You go to lecture 18 algebra course playlist. Find the value here of x to the power y if the point, this is minus half 5. So I gave you this point. I told you in the question, this is the midpoint of this and this. So this one here, minus half and 5, is the midpoint. So find x, it's a number. Find y, it's another number. Then find x to the power y. Whatever the numbers, you can get the answer. I hope you have tried this one. Let's see. The final answer is 9 over 16. Let's see. Since this point here, see, I made a little sketch here. That's nice to do. You can do any time you have a question that's vague or you cannot understand from the first time or not easy to do or anything. Read it 1 time, 2 times, and then make a little sketch. So I have a point. In the middle here, minus half 5. How do I know? This is given the midpoint. Now the formula is there. x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. I leave the midpoint. It's already given. Then I take x plus 1, 2 minus 4x. I add, divide by 2. Then 3 minus 2y, I add with 1 minus y, divide by 2. Now the 2 points are equal here, you see? This is a midpoint, this is a midpoint. So the x is equal to x, and the y is equal to y. Or the x coordinate is equal to x coordinate, the y coordinate is equal to y coordinate. So I can take the first one here and find x will be 4 over 3. The second one, I take 5 is equal to this, minus 3y plus 4. Cross multiply, you get y minus 2. What do I need? X to the power y. X is 4 over 3 to the power minus 2. I have to go and remember from algebra about exponents. See, I put here in yellow the formula. A over b to the power minus n. This power here minus, you flip the fraction here, b over a, keep the n. Then you can distribute b power n over a to the power n. So this is our example now. 4 over 3 is the x. The y is minus 2. So this power minus, I flip 3 over 4 square. I square each number here. 9 over 16 is the answer. Question number 4. Are the points A, B, and C collinear? Now, collinear, I think you should know the meaning. Collinear means on the same line. Are these points on the same line or not? Maybe yes, maybe no. Now also, there's another easier method we can see later when we take the slope. But now we can use distance. See, even if I draw, see, I put here little drawing ABC. You cannot figure out if this is the same line. You have to show, you have to find distance. So let's find the distance AB just easily. I will not go through the numbers. The distance 3 square root of 10. So easy. The distance AC. Okay, let's take one only AB. So AB, what is AB? 2 minus 1 squared. Minus 4 minus 5 squared. 2 plus 1, 3 squared, 9. Minus 4 minus 5, 9, 81. When you add 90, 90 is 9 times 10. So 9 out, square root of 9, 3 square root of 10. Same thing for AC, same thing for BC. Now, what do we see here? Can we add two distances to have the third one? Yes, if I take this one AB, BC, and then I add, I get AC. It should not be in the middle, by the way, guys. It should not be in the middle. So it can be like AB plus BC is equal AC, but not in the middle. Okay? Yes, the 3 points are collinear. Collinear means on same line. Question number 5 about distance. Nice question, but not difficult. Maybe nice. Okay, let's say nice. Find the value of B. So we need B. But I have A also. The question did not mention anything about A. We don't need it. So find B greater than 0. So B here should be positive number. If the distance between the points, this one, this is a point, you can call it anything you like. This is another point. The distance is 2 to the power 2.5. This is the distance now. So I gave you the distance, and then you have to figure out what is B. Now, just find the distance. See the idea here? Just find the distance. All right. So we have the first one, let's call it x1, y1. As usual, in lecture 18, we have done this many times. This is x2, y2. Now let's study the distance formula. Distance is, see, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? X2. This is x2. A plus square root of 5 minus x1 only a. See, the a cancels. We don't need a. It cancels here. So we have only square root of 5 under all squared, which is 5 only. Now, y2, 2b plus 1 here, minus in the bracket, b plus 1. No, be careful here. 2b plus 1 minus the b plus 1 all squared. Now the distance equal this, 2 to the power 5 over 2, which I gave you 2.5 in the power. Now let's simplify here. You have square root of 5 squared, that's 5. Here 2b minus b is 1b, plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So that's b squared. You square now this, square both sides, then simplify. See, when you square this one, you get 2 to the power 5. Look here, I explained that here. 2 to the power 5 over 2, square it. You see, square it. When you square it, you have two powers there, mn, as we have seen in exponent rules. Multiply them. So it will be 2 to the power 5, which is only 32. So I write here 32 after squaring. And here when you square, the square root will disappear. You have 5 plus b squared. So b squared will be 27. Take the square root of both sides, plus or minus square root of 27. Given in the question, I can show you now here, given find the value of b greater than 0. So we will accept only the positive. And 27 is 9 times 3. So the b that we need is 3 square root of 3. Question number 6. It looks difficult, but it is easy. Find the length. See, the first 3 lines here is the question. Find the length of the median from the vertex C in the triangle A, B, and C. The first 3 lines, this is the question usually. The last 2 lines, I gave you extra like a hint. What is median? Median is the line segment, so it is limited between 2 points, line segment from a vertex, in our case here, vertex C, to the midpoint of the opposite side. See, in the question it says find the median from C. So from C, we go directly to the midpoint of the opposite side. What is the opposite side of C? AB. Now, oh boy, look at this nice triangle here. I put so many nice colors here. So ABC, I just draw a triangle, any triangle. We have A, we have B, we have C. You can put it anywhere. He said, find the median from the C. So from the C, we go directly to M. M is the midpoint of the opposite side, which is AB. This is D equals what? This is what we need, the blue line. So what do? Point M is the midpoint. So I take the formula for the midpoint. So x1 plus x2, the midpoint of, be careful here, A and B, 1, 3, add them over 2, 0, 6. Don't you see now? Okay, M, you see M here is the midpoint of AB. Now I take this M, distance from C, from the vertex he said in the question. It says, find the median from C. So from C to M, find the distance now. So 8 minus 2 squared, 2 minus 3 squared, this is 6 squared, 1 minus 1 squared is plus 1, square root of 37 is the median from C. Very nice question. Number 7 is easy. The region given by the set xy such that x times y greater than 0 lies, the region, all this region lies in which quadrants? X, y greater than 0. Which quadrants? Now we know since we have only greater than, there is no equal, we have to put all these dashed. See, the points on the x-axis, the points on the y-axis are not counted. So if I take any point in quadrant 1 here, just an example, 2, 5, 7, 6, half, 1/3, 1, 50, 3, 100. If you multiply x and y, it will be positive. Also in quadrant 3, if you take any x and y, both will be negative. When you multiply x and y, it will be also positive. Let's say minus 2, minus 7, multiply 14. Minus 5, minus 10. Minus 100, minus 1,000. Any point in quadrant 3, when you multiply x and y, it will be positive. So the answer here, the region is the set of all points that lie in the quadrant 1 or 2. Remember, the points on the x-axis and the points on the y-axis are not counted because we have no equal. Now, this table here, only the answers of these questions. Why I put this one here? Just to remind you that these questions came from Algebra Course Lecture 18. Every lecture in the Algebra Course Lectures, I leave some old exams questions you can try, and then you can see the solution in another video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can subscribe or share it with your friends. Thank you very much.